video and read The Big Storm. Once you have finished reading this story, press play and listen as I read you your questions. Number 1. How do Sophia's feelings change from the beginning to the end of the text? A. From unhappy to eager. From angry to disappointed. From sad to frustrated. From worried to glad. Number 2. Which sentence summarizes the text? A. Sophia and her dad were disappointed that they could not hike in Mapleview Park because it was raining outside. B. Sophia and her dad were caught in a storm while hiking in Mapleview Park and they saw fallen maple trees on the boathouse. C. Sophia and her dad drove to Mapleview Park and learned that the park was closed because of fallen maple trees. D. Sophia and her dad had planned a hike, but after a storm damaged Mapleview Park, they were concerned and decided to help. Number 3. Read the sentence from paragraph 24. All the planning, packing, and excitement had now tumbled like the fallen tree at the park. Why did the author include this sentence in the text? A. To show Sophia's sinking feeling when she saw that the park was closed. B. To show that Sophia was eager to start her hiking trip. C. To show Sophia's concern for Mapleview Park. D. To show that all of the things they packed had tumbled out of the car. Number 4. Which line from the text best describes what is shown in the illustration? A. I was very excited to get outside and hike the trail, but the storm dashed my hopes as quickly as it arrived into town. B. My spirit crashed when I realized that the hiking trip with Dad was not going to happen. C. My disappointment quickly turned to concern, however, as I looked across the park and saw the many fallen maple trees. D. Dad and I looked at each other with renewed hope in our hearts and enthusiasm in our minds. Number 5. Read the sentence from the third paragraph. I looked out my bedroom window and the leaves were gymnasts bending and twisting as the trees swayed back and forth to the rhythm of the rain pounding the street. What is the effect of using figurative language in this sentence? A. The author uses a simile to compare the trees to a drum. B. The author uses a metaphor to compare the trees to gymnasts dancing. C. The author uses a metaphor to compare the leaves to gymnasts twisting. D. The author uses a simile to compare the leaves to the rhythm of the rain. Number 6. Part A. Based on the context from paragraph 31, what does the word renovations mean? A. Announcements. B. Repairs. C. Reports. D. Signs. Number 7. Part B. Which of the following sentences best supports the answer to Part A? A. After examining the scene, Dad and I got back in the car and drove home. B. We both drove in silence, both of us worried about the park. C. The renovations are estimated to cost the town more than $100,000. D. On the news that evening, it was reported that the storm had damaged much of Mapleview Park. E. Most of the hiking trails and historic buildings were damaged. Number 8. What is the meaning of the idiom, raining cats and dogs, used in paragraph 5? A. It was raining softly. B. It was raining very hard. C. Cats and dogs were playing together in the rain. D. Cats and dogs were in danger because of the rain. Number 9. Why is Mapleview Park going to close? A. The town doesn't have enough money to fix it. B. The town doesn't want to make repairs. C. The town doesn't have the right equipment. D. The town doesn't have anyone willing to help. Number 10. Part A. What is the meaning of the word collapsed as it is used in paragraph 25? A. To faint. B. To build. C, to fall, D, to get stuck. Number 11, Part B. Which of the following phrases best supports the meaning of the word collapsed in Part A? A, like a tower of wooden blocks. B, the famous bandstand was covered in tree limbs. C, turning them into piles of rubble. D, and saw the many fallen maple trees. Pause your video again and read the passage Let It Snow. Once you are finished reading Let It Snow, press play and listen to the remainder of your questions. Number 12. What can you infer from the phrase, daydreaming of his first run down the slopes? A, he is asleep and dreaming. B, it is his first time skiing. C, he is dreading the trip. D, he is nervous about his ski trip. Number 13. What impact did the snowstorm have on the story? A, it enabled his dream to come true. B, it woke him up from his sleep. C, it gave him the opportunity to build his first snowman. D, it kept them from going on the trip. Number 14. How are the plots of The Big Storm and Let It Snow the same? A, at the beginning of both stories, children were preparing to go on a trip. B, at the end of both stories, children could not go on a trip because of poor weather. C, in both stories, children were worried about the damage caused by severe weather. D, in both stories, children were upset because a storm ruined their plans. Number 15. Which sentence best explains the points of view from which The Big Storm and Let It Snow are told? A, both stories are told from the first person point of view. B, both stories are told from the third person point of view. C, The Big Storm is told from the first person point of view and Let It Snow is told from the third person point of view. D, The Big Storm is told from the third person point of view and Let It Snow is told from the first person point of view. Please check over your quiz before you submit. Thank you.